Good morning. It is Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. Time is 10:28 a.m. and we're just here on Toronto Transit Commission streetcar, and it's just before 11 a.m. here in Eastern Canada. Well, Southeastern Canada, really. This is province of Ontario, and we're in Toronto. And here I have a view of the streetcar window. Kind of looks like it could use a little Windex, but sort of can see through this glass. A bit of a view of the sun in the distance, covered up by some cloud cover. And it's a very bright, crispy, cool day today here in Toronto. And I'm not really sure of the temperature. Maybe, I'm going to guess maybe between minus 3 degrees Celsius and maybe minus 11 degrees Celsius. Maybe. And our streetcar is just headed westbound. TTC maintenance truck. Most likely a GMC Silverado or an F-150 Ford. Could be an F-350. I'm not sure. And another passing streetcar here, just heading eastbound. Hello, Dave. Good morning.
Next stop, Legion Road.
And our streetcar just passed a bit of the Humber River, and you can see how it was frozen over. Well, I could, but maybe I didn't point the camera towards that. So it's definitely blanketed in snow and ice, and due to the weather, it's like that. So it's really cold and frigid.
Next stop, Louisa Street. Next stop, Burlington Street. Please look right for traffic when exiting.
And if you're just joining us here live, we are live on YouTube. This is a vertical live feed here. And we're coming to you live from Etobicoke, Ontario, Canada, Toronto, Ontario.
Is anyone playing with the door or something wrong with the door?
And the operator just came on the speaker and said, is anybody playing with the door?
Just go to open the doors, please. Just get off top of your cars and have a seat. Wait for the Thank you.
Next stop, Superior Avenue.
at the door.
Please look right for traffic when exiting. Next stop, Wilco Avenue.
So we're going to be getting off at the stop here, and it always says to look great, as you can see. So before exiting, make sure the traffic is stopped, and don't be shy to point that camera right at the driver.
Please look right for traffic when exiting.
Yeah, there you go, stop. It's my life here crossing. We want to get across safely and carefully always. Since, as you can see, the TTC has not set this up as a dedicated stop island like it has at other stops along the way. So we're just counting on those cars stopping. Some of them don't, and they go right through. Even some Mack trucks I've seen go through, and I filmed them too. And there is the 3319 here on 76. I wonder if it'll wait for me, because I'm not gonna run to it. Look at the roads. Thank you. Actually made it. And thankfully I'm on one of those newer Nova buses. Not that it's new, but it's much better than those 3351, 3349, 3363. Unless this 32, I'm not sure. But I don't like them. I like these newer, kind of slightly newer Nova buses. Not that they're newer, but the seats are so much better. And I love the livery or the livery, whatever you call it, that's painted on the back. I think these are the Birchmont units, if I'm not mistaken, or McNichol units, I think. Let's see which one is this, 3219? And thankfully it's a warm bus. It's not cold at all. It's very, very cold outside. It actually feels cold enough to snow. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Oh, hi, good morning, Moises. We're here on the Nova LFS unit. If you're just joining us here on the 76 Royal York, here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is just turning on to Royal York Road from Mimico Avenue. Hi, good morning, Paul McDonald. How are you doing? Thank you for joining our live stream. Hey, we're just on our way up to the Tim Hortons to get a coffee. Oh, and thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate your donation to the channel. That's incredibly kind of you, Paul. Thank you so much. And our bus is continuing to travel on Royal York Road here, just past Newcastle Street. And we are now in Mimico Village. Earlier we were in Mimico by the lake, but now we are traveling through Mimico Village. Oh, cool, Moises. I'll have to check it out. Thank you for sharing. And we are located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada here. See a bus up ahead on my left with a team here. We're traveling up to Royal York Station. We have the 76A Royal York on the 8146. Here we are in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as just previously mentioned, on the 76 Royal York Road bus. The bus is currently traveling along Royal York Road here in South Etobicoke on the 76. And as mentioned earlier, it is a slightly overcast day with not too much blue side of the clouds. Sorry, blue side. What am I trying to say? You don't see any blue clouds, blue sky. It's just all kind of a monotone tone of sort of a maybe slate gray color, like slate. Not as in a sleigh, like a Santa sleigh, but slate gray, I would say. The aperture, I'm guessing, is approximately 2.8 to 5.6. My suggestion would be that. And the ISO film recommended definitely for this would be definitely an ISO 50 or 100 for best exposure. If it was a lot brighter out, I would use an ISO of maybe 1,000 to 4,000 for the metering. As you guys can see, I thought I saw a dog. Nope, it wasn't a dog. It was just a shadow. Our streets and roads, sidewalks, what do you call it? Basically the grass area, the ground, has been blanketed with snow. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to see any squirrels along the way. Maybe some birds. Earlier I heard some cardinals singing. I really am hoping to see some squirrels and chipmunks. I mean, depending on where you go, if you go further north, you're definitely more likely to see much more beautiful wildlife than the southern part, including chickadee birds. So if you like to see chickadees, birds, which is a special bird you see mostly in winter, and the contrast of the bird with the snow and trees is really beautiful for photography and videography. And they're actually not super shy. I was near one recently in a park a little bit northwestern of here, and surprisingly the bird was very friendly. I mean, maybe because we had some seeds to share, but it was a nice experience to see the chickadee. I've seen them in some magazines, in National Geographic, and they're one of the most spectacular birds to film and view if you're a bit of a birder. And we have a 76A on the 3282 Royal York. Sorry. What was I going to say? You will see many red cardinals at this time of year, as well as some blue jays mixed in and some gray jays. And the gray jays are just absolutely amusing. They make some most interesting sounds. The blue jays do, gray jays. Cardinals are similar, so not as many sounds I've heard as a blue jay. Blue jays make just amazing sounds, depending on their mood, if they're happy, scared, startled. Okay, so the bus I'm looking for, I don't see yet. It says 7 minutes for the 48. That's if we take it. As you can see, the station is deficient in OG. OG is not here, guys. is just these ugly buses. Ugly buses. So we're just waiting for the bus. It's not here yet. It says 4 minutes approximately. So we'll see.
Now we're talking.
I had a buddy of mine when we were kids, man. The guy was amazing. Oh, you got a picture?
Yeah.
It's on Reddit too.
Oh, yeah? I don't really look at that stuff.
That's my news source.
That's your news source.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right? Okay, I'll see you guys
Okay,
later.
got
Take
it.
care. Have a good day.
So we are now on the 48 Rathburn here on 3365, and it's just departing now. So if you're a Nova LFS fan, you have two rides here. We just did the 76, and now we're on the 3365 on the 48 Rathburn. And we were previously on the 3319 on the Nova LFS, which was that unit. So if you're just watching the live stream now, we're just wondering where you're watching us from. If you want to leave the city or country you're watching us from, and maybe some of your favorite bus units in Toronto or surrounding area or other cities if you wish to share. If you do travel a bus, this is the city public transportation bus here, located in Canada, City of Toronto, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We are in Etobicoke. And this is generally central Etobicoke. The area we were in earlier was South Etobicoke. we are traveling through the Kingsway. And if I'm not mistaken, this unit is being driven by an operator, I think 70940. I think that's what I saw. Yes, 70940. This number stands out as one of the last rides I got on the OG Diesel. I'm pretty sure it was, I think it was 8031 I was on, or 8030. And this would have been July 24th or July 23rd. It was an overcast, rainy day. And I do recall this driver being on that particular unit. And it's one of the last rides that I had with that operator. And the reason I'm commenting is because the bus is being driven in a really scenic way. Like, he's not going too fast or too slow, and he's being careful with the riding. So even if you want to get up, you're not gonna, like, worry that you have to hang on. And it's like a ride basically. So that's how it is on some TTC buses. He is picking up a little bit of speed here. I don't know what's happened, but it was really slow before, and now it's a lot faster.